What's up, everyone? This is George from Your Local Musician, and this is episode 8 of the Beats in My Bedroom podcast. What is up, everybody? I know it's been a while. I had to take a little bit of a break from everything for a while, mainly due to sort of adjusting to what the world is now with COVID going on, with all other sort of things going on, with the Black Lives Matter going on. Mainly, obviously, COVID for me, mainly because, obviously, I'm still not going to work. Well, obviously, I'm working, but I'm working from here. And it's just been a bit odd, really, with adjusting to that. That's one thing that I've always kind of wanted to achieve, is working from home. But to obviously all of a sudden be sort of slung into it, it was quite a shock to the system. And I don't know, it just took a while to sort of adjust to the feeling of the restrictions for me. And I felt like I just needed to take a step back from doing this for a while. But I'm back on it now that things are slowly, gradually coming to a new normal, as they say. And I'm starting to find some comfort in it. And it's been a wild journey, I've got to admit. But within that time, obviously, I've made quite a few what I would consider large decisions in my music career. And that is that I am no longer selling beats. And the reasoning sort of behind that for me is it's to do with a lot of things, man. It's to do with beat making for me while I was selling beats online. Although we did do well, we sold a lot of beats, we did do well, so this is no reflection. My decision on doing that is no reflection on what I think the market is like right now. It's just that beat making for me has always been the fun part of being a creative. It's losing yourself in creating something completely from scratch. That's always been the fun part for me. And when you start to bring the business mixed with the fun part, something happens to the fun part. It slowly starts to become not fun anymore. The reasoning why you sort of get into it just sort of gradually kinds of disappears, and it becomes more of a financial thing. And that upset me. It really did upset me that it was becoming, it wasn't fun anymore. I didn't find too much joy in it. It was almost a massive ask, like a chore to make a beat sometimes. Sometimes it wasn't, and sometimes it was. And created a lot of great customers while I was doing it, created a lot of great friendships. It's just sometimes you get those odd questions from people about mixing a Drake, Nas and Willie Nelson and Rihanna type beat all mixed up in one, and I just sort of look at communications like that and think, what do you mean? What is that? Drake, Rihanna, Drake, Nas, Willie Nelson, Rihanna type beat? And believe it or not, that's never been my style. I'm very much a chill producer. I don't do a lot of too much crazy stuff. Yeah, if that makes sense. I just wanted to focus on finding the love for it again. Finding the love that I had for it when I first started. And that is what you need to continually always do if you're going to find some kind of happiness in this. Because I've always agreed with the phrase, focus on happiness first, because with happiness comes growth. I don't think you can honestly achieve growth if you're not happy. How are you supposed to grow in something that you're not happy doing? And that was a big thing for me. And with that being said, if you've paid attention to any of the socials these days, the Instagrams, follow at YLM Beats if you aren't already. I'll put something there. As you well know, if you've been watching me for a while, I'm partnered with Curtis King, Oh Gosh Leotis, Aaron Barber, Nicholas Gray, and Nabian in Slap Experts. Now, Slap Experts is a sound design team. We put out a lot of sample packs. I only just recently dropped a new pack called Genesis, which, if you haven't seen the cook-up videos of Oh Gosh Leotis and Curtis King cooking up some beats with that pack, you need to. I will link those down in the description. If you're on any of the audio platforms, bro, you need to come over to my YouTube right now and watch those two videos because they are completely insane. So I've been partnered. In with them to do Slap Experts, and it's been going so well. And part of the reasoning why I stopped selling beats is not because Slap Experts is going well. Well, that was a heavily influence in it. It's that my Your Local Musician brand has been made quite a few shifts and twists and turns over the years that I've been doing it. When we first started, we were purely sort of focused on the needs of music producers, which it was very much a blog. It still kind of is, and it did well with that. And then I started to get influenced by other people who were selling beats online, and I thought, wow, let's just give it a slide over. Let's try that for a bit, and did well again. But it's not where my head's at anymore. Me doing my job as an SEO guy, I'm very analytical. I'm looking at numbers all day. I'm trained to read the numbers, to follow where the data tells you to go, and that's part of my heart. I make those data-driven decisions are heart-driven decisions to me. I know that sounds probably weird, but it makes sense to me. And the numbers were telling me, mate, you are so much more used to the music producer community, because the numbers were telling me, with sales of drum kits and things like that, and affiliate incomes and all that, all the content that is aimed at the music producers, all the content that is aimed at the music producers makes more than the rappers do. So it was just an easy decision for me in the end to just do what the numbers are telling me to do. And deep down, while I was selling beats, I never had time to create kits too often. And I always had these wild ideas to create kits, and I always felt like that was more joyful for me, rather than mindlessly over and over again just making so many beats. I've always loved sound design. I've always loved creating sounds completely from scratch, and I wanted to do that. I felt myself sort of kind of putting it off for a long time, and with the Slap Experts thing happening, I felt like it was the sort of universe, in the most cliche of ways, telling me to adjust my focus. And with this pandemic situation going on, I just feel like I had a real life sort of realization of where I should have been going with my music career this entire time, instead of trying to juggle these two different audiences. When to do the thing that is quite clearly working, you've got to do the thing that is quite clearly working. And if something else isn't working as well, drop it and focus on the thing that is working, because if you focus on what's working and you focus on the thing that's growing, who knows where you could be a year from now. So that's just my decision. And and it's been a wild ride ever since. I'm sort of made the switch 6 weeks ago now, I think, and my email list has trebled. My general engagement has gone through the roof, partly through to Curtis King and Oh Gosh and people like that, and Slap Experts. It has given me a little bit more credibility, I'm seeing, and it's been amazing. And I just want to focus on doing projects with Slap Experts and doing projects of my own. I've got a few kit ideas that I am working on, ones that are going to be completely out of the box, and things that and I'm going to do it in a way that I don't really see most producers sort of publicly saying that they do it in. But I'm going to keep hush hush on that for now. And that's what's exciting me these days. It's really good to know that the music that I'm making right now is for me, and is just for the fun of actually doing it. Bearing in mind, I am playing on a lot of the beats that I'm making now, or the melodic loops in them, are obviously all going to be used in kits, so they'll be out soon enough within the next couple of months, and that's where things are going for me right now. And it's for the first time in 4 years since I started Your Local Musician. It's slowly but surely heading in the direction that I truly think it will be something special. And that's one of the things that I think is truly kind of keeping me grounded. I don't speak on it too much to other people, but I'm not doing it for other people. I'm doing it for myself. Don't get me wrong, if I can support my family with this, obviously that's a huge incentive, but we have to stop telling the lies about who we're doing it for. We know that you're doing it for you, and some people are obviously, yeah, they're doing it for their family, but you're doing it for you as well. I'm doing it for my family, but if they weren't there, I'd still be doing it. And they are. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for me, but they inspire me every day to achieve my dreams, because if I achieve my dreams, I can help them achieve theirs. So guys, thanks for tuning in to episode 8. This was the Beats in My Bedroom podcast. Episode 9 is coming out soon. Thank you for putting up with me for this last couple of months. Please go and check out Genesis on slapexperts.com. If you aren't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. If you're on any of the audio platforms, go ahead and follow whatever the option is on that specific platform that you love, to be notified about when I drop stuff. Because if you don't get notified, then it's not going to go very well, is it? It's not going to be good.